channel. If you are new here, then I'm so happy to meet you. So I have been promising this video for a very long time. I've just got home from our weekly food shop at Aldi. I've got everything that you could possibly need to start a healthy diet. I would say this is definitely on a budget because every single week we never spend more than £65, and that's for two of us who both eat very healthy, so I think that's pretty good. If you are new here, you won't know, but I am going to start uploading sort of like a bit of a series, like a healthy eating series. So I've got a lot of videos planned for the next month or so. So this is going to be episode 1. I'm yet to think of a name. I feel like I'm just going to call it something really generic and boring, like Get Healthy With Me or something like that. I mean, you guys have given me some great names like Miles Meals and stuff like that, but I just feel like Get Healthy With Me is very direct and it covers everything, so that way I can do gym, I can do diet, I can kind of like mix it up quite a bit. So today is going to be classed as episode 1. I love saying that I've got episodes. I literally feel like I'm on Netflix or something. So my aim for today's video is just to kind of show you what I get each week and why I get the stuff that I do. I feel like you can make so many different meals out of all of the things that I've bought today. I feel like there are some really good sort of like easy, affordable, quick, healthy snack ideas as well. Instead of just being like, oh, this is all the fresh fruit I got and all the fresh veg, I've tried to mix it up and cater for as many people as I can. I'll also give you like some alternative options of meals that you could make or snacks that you could make. Before I get into this, I would just like to throw a little disclaimer out there. I'm not a nutritionist. I am just very good at eating healthy, if that makes sense. I'm a very healthy person. I always have been, and I feel like I've got a lot of experience in eating healthy. Does that make sense? And I thought, as it's January, what a perfect time. I know after Christmas, I'm like, right, I'm going on a health kick because I did eat everything and anything over Christmas. So before we get into this video, make sure you are comfortable, get your favourite drink, get the candles lit, get the blankets, and you might also want a pen and paper as well if you're going to jot down the things that I got to make a shopping list. So, Lego. Am I feeding the 5,000, you may ask? Nope, just two of us. So I've laid everything out on the worktop, so I'm going to start over this side. This is almost like the fresh side. So I luckily love fruit and veg, so I always stock up on like my main staples of fruit and veg. So I usually get lots of bananas because Charlie will eat a lot of those. I usually get a packet of mixed peppers because I like to make fajitas with these. I also like to make stuffed peppers where I'll stuff them with couscous and some low-fat cheese. You could also stuff these with maybe some low-fat mince, you get like a bolognese, and put them in the peppers. That would be really yummy. I always have mint and lemon water, so I just pull off a few of these leaves and I like crush them up and I put them in a fresh glass of water with some lemon. I find it is amazing for your skin. Also put these on like any new potatoes I do or anything like that. Then I got some basil. I use basil with everything. Sometimes I'll make like a tomato salad. Whilst I remember, as I said tomato salad, I am going to be doing a lot of meal type videos, so I'm going to be showing you what I would make with everything, but I thought it would be a better idea to do a separate food shop video so we can kind of like do that. You can get the ingredients and then I'll show you what I make. A separate video which is almost linked to this one, showing you what meals I make out of this food shop, because I understand it's all well and good me showing you what I've bought, but until you can actually vision them into like recipes, I feel like that will be a lot better. So I'm definitely going to be doing a what I eat in a day, a what I eat in a week. I'm going to tell you a little bit about intermittent fasting because I do that 2 days a week. I will also be doing like 10 meals under £10, healthy snacks, all of that kind of stuff will be covered. So if you aren't already subscribed and you would like to see that type of stuff, then be sure to hit the subscribe button and pop the notification bells on so you don't miss any uploads. But yeah, just going to kind of go through everything now as I was, but I just want you to know that there are more videos coming. This is not just like a what I bought in my food shop haul. There's going to be follow-ups of what I use each ingredient for. I find it so fresh and the tiniest little bit gives something so much flavour. I also got some red onions under there. I use these in pretty much everything. If I'm doing a chicken dish, if I'm making bolognese, if I'm making an omelette, anything like that, I always like to have some red onions in the fridge. I then also got 2 avocados. You can get these in packs from Aldi as well, but I like to get the individual ones just because I find they ripen a lot quicker. I have these with eggs, I have them with chicken. I make my own guacamole, which I'll include in a video as well, which is super easy and really healthy, and I find avocados are really filling as well. If you are not keen on your kind of like green vegetables, I would highly recommend getting some of these. These are delicious. These almost remind me of like a Christmas dinner. I like to have these with either maybe a chicken breast or I have them with salmon quite a lot as well. So what I'll do is after cellophane off, I'll then like pop maybe like some salmon fillets on top and just chuck them in the oven for 45 minutes. They are delicious. You could also have them with some gravy as well. I also always pick up the Mediterranean style vegetables. These are also one of my favorites. Again, what I tend to usually do is I will usually have vegetables and meat. I won't always have potatoes. If I do have potatoes, I will have sweet potatoes and I'll like make wedges out of them, or I'll make sweet potato mash, or I'll do something like that. But 9 times out of 10, I will usually just have meat and veg. But because these are quite like stodgy vegetables, it almost feels like you're having potatoes. I love these. I think these are about £1.29 each, but they're a super quick meal that you can have. And then I got some asparagus tips as well. I love to have these with meat again. There's also in Aldi packets like this, but it's tender stem broccoli. They didn't have any today, which kind of broke my heart a little bit, not gonna lie. But they're also really nice. And then fruit, I just got a mixture of fruit. I got pink lady apples, they're my favourite. I like to have these as a snack cut up with some peanut butter on the top. Some people think I'm really weird for having that, but I think it's a pretty normal thing to have. And then with strawberries, another really healthy snack idea that you could have is you can cut up your strawberries and you can get some dark chocolate and melt it on the strawberries, just a tiny little bit, and it's so delicious and it cuts any cravings, so nice. Red grapes are always one of my favourite things to snack on. I find they really curb any sugary cravings I have because they are really sweet. I then got some blueberries, which I will usually pop on top of my yogurt, or I'll have them with porridge, and then I'll do the same with raspberries. So I do get a lot of fresh fruit and veg. You can also get a lot of frozen veg from Aldi. I prefer to get fresh just because it's easier, and to be honest, when it's in the freezer I tend to kind of forget about it. Then got some chewing gum, because if you don't pick up chewing gum when you're in Aldi, I don't know, you're just not doing it right. I got eggs. Eggs are a really big staple in my diet. I eat omelettes at least 2 times a week. So I'll have a big omelette with ham and low-fat cheese and tomatoes and onions. You could even put broccoli in there. Again, I'll be showing you how I make that on my What I Eat in a Week or one of those type of videos, so stay tuned for one of those. I also got some super seeded loaf. Now, I don't really ever eat bread. I eat bread maybe once every few weeks, but Charlie loves this bread, so he'll have like, well, toast with that, I guess. If I really do fancy a bit of bread, I will have 1 slice, and I like to have it with avocado and scrambled egg. That's one of my favourites. But I think this bread is okay for you. I mean, I try and steer clear of bread because I'm not great with gluten. I don't think I'm allergic to it, but my body just doesn't like it. But if you do like a seeded loaf, I would recommend this because it is really yummy. I then just got some milk. I get green milk. I went a while having soya milk, but the only time I ever really have milk is if it's in my scrambled eggs or if it's in tea. I can't drink tea with soya milk. I don't know why, I just can't. So if you have any non-cow's milk recommendations of milk that tastes nice in tea, then that would be great if you could let me know, because I really can't stand soy in tea, and I know cow's milk isn't the best for you. Moving over here, we've got like more of like cupboard stuff and dairy. So this ham is gorgeous. It's the Roma ham, the Italian style. It's so nice. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I just have a pack of ham as a snack. And I know that's incredibly weird, but I'll have like a few slices, maybe with like some carrot sticks or something like that. It gets your protein up. It's really good for you. I mean, it's got quite a lot of salt in it, but not like a dramatic amount, even though that is like a red wheel of death down there, but it's fine. I don't eat like loads of it. So I'll also have this with scrambled eggs as a breakfast. You could also have a ham salad at lunch. You could have ham and boiled eggs in a salad, or I love to have this in omelettes. This cut up into really small strips with some low-fat cheese, which I've got over here, in an omelette is just delicious. So I usually get about 4 packets of this to last us the week. I've then got some halloumi because halloumi is life. Halloumi in moderation actually isn't that bad for you. I will only have this maybe like once a week, and I'll have it with a chicken breast. I usually do like a Nando's chicken breast, which I'll show you how I cook, with some broccoli and then some halloumi. It's kind of like a bit of a treat for me, I guess. That's why I only have it once a week, because as you can see, the saturates are quite high, and so is the salt. But that being said, the carbs in it are relatively low and the protein is pretty high as well. So like I said, it's good in moderation. Next, I love these, and they're the kids' cheese triangles. Now I like to have one of these on either a rice cake, or I have one of those on one of these crisp breads as a little snack, and they're so nice. I also pop these in omelettes. It makes it so much like creamier. They are just delicious. I would highly recommend. I've then got some light baby bells. I'll have these as just a little snack if I'm fancying something savoury. These are really good for you as well. I mean, cheese, a lot of people say cheese is bad for you, but it's low in carb. I mean, it's high in fat, but everyone needs to have fat in their diet. And I actually eat quite a lot of cheese, and I mean, it doesn't do me any harm. I mean, everything in moderation is fine. I would not recommend eating like this whole block. But if you're just gonna have maybe like a baby bell or a bit of halloumi once a week, like that's absolutely fine. Like, let me turn this around for this part. We're gonna get deep. I feel like when you're being healthy, if you want to be successful, you shouldn't diet as such. You should kind of see it as a healthy lifestyle. And that's why I've bought cheese and stuff like that, because like I said, I'm not going to eat that whole block of cheese. I mean, I would love to, but I'm not going to. But I feel like if you are going to start living a more healthier lifestyle, don't cut everything out, because you're just going to be miserable. And at the end of the day, life is for living, and eating is a big part. Like, I feel like food is such a huge part of life, and if you feel like you have to cut out every single thing you love, you're not going to have a very fun life. So I would just say, make sure 90% of the time you're being healthy. You know, you're eating your fruit, you're eating your veg, you're getting your protein. But the other half of the time, you know, eat things that you enjoy. If you want to have cheese, just have a little bit. If you want to have chocolate, just have a little bit. Just make sure the rest of your week has kind of been healthy. That's the biggest bit of advice I would give. Just don't take things too seriously. I mean, other people will be like, no, you need to cut out everything, blah, blah, but I've done that and I know what happens. When I cut out everything I love, I end up binging on it. I end up having a fab week of not eating any rubbish, and then it gets to a Sunday night and I'm like, oh, I want chocolate, I want cheese, I want everything. So I just eat more than I ever would if I just had a little bit through the week. So yeah, they're all my cheeses. I also opt for like the lower fat cheeses. I just feel like, I don't think it makes a massive difference, but I feel better about myself when I eat something that says lighter on it. Anyone else? So another one of my favourite go-to staple things that I get from Aldi are these fat-free yogurts. I love these. And again, in moderation, they're fine. I mean, the sugars are quite high on these, but everything else is fine. Now, I usually treat these as a bit of a treat. So sometimes I'll have one of these and I'll tip it into a bowl. I'll then just like have some blueberries and some raspberries and stuff on top of it. Again, if you're not eating like 6 of these a day, you are going to be fine. You can also get some really plain fat-free Greek yogurt from Aldi as well, which I used to have, but I'm not gonna lie, I hated my life when I was eating it because it just tasted like nothing. So like I said, this food shop is very much like healthy lifestyle food shop. This is not a diet food shop. This is more of like, you want to kind of be more healthy type thing. Like, I'm not telling you if you have this you're going to lose weight, if you have this you're going to lose weight. I lose weight when I eat like this. Like, if I stick to the things I've bought here, I will lose weight. So I mean, it's going to differ for each person, but this is just what this is my staple go-to food shop. So next thing I love are these. These are delicious. These are perfect as a breakfast. You can have them with some avocado, you can have them with eggs, you could have them as a dinner. I mean, you could have some of these with the winter roast vegetables and some gravy. You could have these and some sweet potato mash. Like, these are so much better for you than pork sausages. As you can see, like, the fat's so much lower, the calories are lower, and they are delicious. Nice. You could even make like a chicken casserole. I feel like you could cook these and cut them up and have them with pasta or rice. I feel like you can do a lot with these. A lot with your chicken sausages. That sounds weird. I will always pick up 2 packets of these. I only got 1 today because Aldi only had 1. I will always have salmon twice a week. This sounds strange, but salmon makes my skin unreal. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Let me turn you around again. Every time I've got something to say, I'm like, turn the camera around. I don't know why, but if I eat salmon, like I ate salmon the night before last, and whenever I eat salmon, my skin is glowing. I think it's the oils in the salmon. So I would say if you like fish and you are looking to be more healthier and you would like to improve your skin, I think salmon plays a huge part in my skin. And I know I sound mental saying that, but honestly, I always have 2 fillets at a time, which some people think is too much, and sometimes I do feel a little bit like, this is quite rich. But I have it to just try and kind of like boost my skin, I'm not gonna lie. I eat it to be like, right, I want nice skin tomorrow, I'm gonna eat me some salmon. So I usually put like a lot of lemon on it as well. Lemon juice is incredible for the skin. I don't care what anyone says. Lemon juice is unreal for the skin. So, salmon fillets with a load of lemon and maybe like your winter roast vegetables or some asparagus or some sweet potato or something like that. That's one of my favourite meals. I might actually have that tonight. So nice. You literally just tip it into a bowl with some boiling water, and I think these are like 30p as well, so Charlie usually stocks up on these quite a lot. Obviously because he has a lot more carbs than me, I try and have a really low carb diet. As you can tell, like everything I've shown you so far is very low carb, high protein. I try and keep my fats quite low as well, so that's what I found works well for my body. Like, I don't deal well with carbs. I don't know why. My body just does not really like the carbs, which makes me sad, but Charlie can somehow eat as many carbs as he wants. So Charlie will have these with either chicken or tuna or something like that. Also, if you're doing like the food shop for you and your other half and they can eat a lot of carbs, these are definitely a healthy option. My cat has just bought me her spring. Basically, if you are new to my channel, this is Tilly. Tilly! Say hello, Tills. And she plays fetch. So she brings me this spring all the time, and then, ready? She'll get it and she'll bring it back, and this game will go on for hours. Does anyone else's cat play fetch, or do I have some kind of dog cat? Anyway, got slightly distracted then. So, this coffee is the best coffee to get from Aldi if you don't know. Is it going to focus? Thank you. It's the Americano one, and it's actually really, really nice. I drink a lot of coffee, so I would kind of class myself as a coffee connoisseur. But this is really, really nice. Then I've got some peanut butter. This is so nice. I think it's about £1.20. I love crunchy peanut butter. I'll have this maybe on an apple, on a banana. Aldi didn't have any rice cakes today. Just a plain, lightly salted rice cake, a spoonful of this, and then like get some raspberries and squash them on top with a fork, and it tastes like peanut butter jelly, like peanut butter and jam. It's so, so nice and super healthy. So one of my favourite little snacks or lunches is a can of tuna on top of 3 of these crisp breads. You could also have avocado with loads of pepper on top. It's delicious. You can also have these with the cheese triangles that I said about. These are really, really nice, and they're kind of like my bread alternative. Like, instead of having bread, I will have one of these. Sometimes as well, I will boil an egg, so it's like a soft boiled egg, and I'll pop avocado in slices on here like that, and then I'll like squash the soft boiled egg on top, and it's just delicious. That's another little like snack or lunch or even breakfast that you could have. If you ask me what I season my chicken with, and it's usually just these 2 with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. She's now moved closer. Tilly, we're not playing at the moment. And then I picked up some of this because this looked really nice. We have healthy fajitas a lot, where I make my own guacamole and stuff like that, which again I will include on a meal idea video. But I picked up some of this because I thought this would be nice to put on top. You can find some really good stuff like this in Aldi. These are what Charlie likes to eat as like a healthy little snack. And I always stock up on chopped tomatoes because I make so much with chopped tomatoes. If I ever do homemade fajitas, I will always use these. If I'm going to make like an Italian sauce to go with chicken, I will also always use these. It's one of my favourites, one of my absolute favies. So these are frozen baked potatoes. I kid you not, these taste so much better than like a fresh jacket done in the oven. They are delicious. They take about 5 minutes in the microwave. If I'm really hungry one day or I just fancy some carbs, I will do like a chicken breast and then I'll have some veg and I'll have one of these. You could also have this with tuna. You could have it with bolognese. You can have them with everything, and they're so, so easy because actual jacket potatoes just take so long and I can't be doing with that. So then over here, oh my gosh, if you watched my Christmas vlogs, you will know I was absolutely obsessed with this stuff. Now, I don't think this is healthy. This is not healthy, but I couldn't resist. It was in the Christmas section and it's the chili jam. And oh my gosh, if you know about chili jam at Nando's, you will know about this. Like, this is basically Nando's chili jam. I like to have this with halloumi. So if I'm feeling like a bit of a treat dinner, I'll treat myself because we all got to treat ourselves. Life is for living. I'm just trying to justify the fact I bought chili jam when I was meant to be doing a healthy food shop. So I have halloumi and chili jam together and it's just, oh, it's just divine. It's amazing. I would highly recommend, but we're not meant to be buying that, so let's forget about it. So these bars I will always buy. These are also a little bit of a treat for me. I wouldn't have these every day, maybe like a few times a week. But these are delicious. These are the raw fruit and nut pecan pie bars. They're completely raw, so they are good for you, but the sugars are quite high in them. But it's better than eating like a chocolate bar or a cake. So I got the pecan pie one. I also picked the macadamia and coconut one up, and then I picked up a cashew crush. I will eat these maybe before the gym or after the gym or in the evenings if I'm getting a little bit of like a late night craving. I'll have one of these and maybe like a little bowl of fruit or something like that. I also get all of my cleaning products from Aldi. You guys know I didn't need anything today, but I did spot this giant cranberry and orange low flora. What a bargain. It was only £1 for this massive one. I mean, I know Christmas is over, but I'm just trying to relive it for as long as possible. I also picked up some kitchen foil and my ride or die, which is the Apple Aldi floor wipes. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you will know I use these on everything. I also get all of my polish, all of my disinfectant, like stuff like that from Aldi as well. They've got a really good cleaning range. Then, last but not least, I didn't buy these today, but I thought they were worth showing you. I just pulled these out of the freezer to show you like kind of like what I keep in my freezer. So I always keep some of these in my freezer, just in case one night I haven't planned dinner and we still want to be healthy. I also make a healthy fish and chips as well. And I will cook one of these and then I'll do like some nice sweet potato fries. So that's another one of the meals that I'm going to show you, but they are really worth getting. They're really nice. This is one of my favourite discoveries of Aldi, I think, and it is frozen tuna steaks. Oh my gosh, this is like my favourite lunch. So I'll usually have 2 of these, and I'll almost make a salad like this. I'll have like runner beans and spinach and tomatoes and basil and like boiled eggs and red onions, and I'll have 2 of these steaks. You literally just pop them in a pan for about 5 minutes and oh, they're just so nice. As you can probably tell, these are found in the frozen aisle, but I think these are about £3 and you get 4 in there. For me, tuna steaks don't actually taste like fish, and I know that's really weird. They taste more like a steak. So if you're not really a fishy kind of person, don't really know if that was the right phrase to use, a fishy kind of person. You know what I mean? If you're not on fish, the tuna steaks are definitely the way forward because they taste more like red meat, which is really weird. And last but not least, I always pick up some frozen fruit. I love this in smoothies. So I always grab the frozen mango chunks and the whole strawberries. Usually I pop these into a NutriBillet with a little bit of milk and some protein powder. It makes a really gorgeous protein smoothie. I usually have that as a breakfast or again before the gym or after the gym or just as a late night snack. So you will notice as well, we don't have any chicken or much meat in our food shop. We only really eat chicken and fish. It's very rare that we eat red meat. If we do, it will be like bolognese, but we very rarely have that. So we get our chicken on top of this. That's not included in our weekly food shop because we get it from the butchers. So the chicken that we get is £30, but you get a huge pack of like 30 really big breasts. Now, when you eat butcher's chicken, you never go back to supermarket chicken. Few reasons. Supermarket chicken is so pumped with water. I'm not trying to be that person that like lectures you on what meat you should eat. Like, you eat whatever the hell you want to eat. But when I used to buy like chicken from Aldi or whatever, I would put it into the oven and it would go from this to about this, and so much water would come out. And when you taste like butcher's chicken, it tastes so much different. It's soft and it's just delicious. So we get our chicken from ABC Meats in Peterborough. I would highly recommend. It's delicious. You can get smaller packs. You don't have to spend £30. You can get smaller packs that are £10. But if you just Google them, you can find out where their like warehouse is. And if you live like in the Peterborough area, I would highly recommend going there, just because you get a lot of meat for what you pay for. It tastes so much different. It's better for you, and it's not pumped with water. Like, it's not huge and then when you cook it, it goes teeny. It's really, 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 really nice. So yeah, that's why there's not much meat in this haul. I just thought I'd add that in there just in case you were thinking like, okay, there's a lot of stuff here, but where's the meat at? The meat's from the butchers. I feel like I was literally talking at about 1,000,000 miles per hour in that video, so I'm sorry if that was kind of like a bit too quick, but I was aware that there was a lot to get through and I didn't want to bore you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you like maybe some ideas of healthy food you can eat. Like I said, this is the food shop that I get every single week without fail. I'm literally in and out of Aldi in about 5 minutes because I know exactly what I want to buy. But I would say these are definitely like my staple items. So I feel like next week's video then should be an almost like, what would you guys like to see? Comment below the kind of video you'd like to see next. Would you like to see a few meals that I'd make out of these ingredients, or would you like to see what I eat in a day? I'm going to be doing all of these videos anyway, but I'm not sure what would be the best video to do straight after this one. I think maybe a healthy meal idea video out of the meals that I've bought. So I could do like my salmon with my roasted veg, I could do my tomato salad, I could do my homemade guacamole, I could do my Nando's, my like homemade Nando's. So this is officially episode 1 of my little Get Healthy With Me series. I'm gonna think of a better name though, I think. I need to think of a better name, but stay tuned. I'm not sure what day of the week they're going to be, but they'll definitely be uploaded once a week. I was thinking I could take you guys to the gym with me. I've just got a PT as well, so when I'm more familiar with how she works, I could also kind of film one of my PT sessions. I could do some home workouts. I'm going to be doing like some testing different foods as well, maybe like testing Tesco value food for a week or stuff like that. So let me know all of your thoughts in the comments box. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you some kind of inspiration. All I would say is, don't be too hard on yourself. I know in January there's so much pressure to eat better and go to the gym more and this, that and the other. And I understand in January, motivation lacks. Like, I know that my motivation has been literally down there, but life is a journey. Like, life is to be happy, and that's why I say I wouldn't recommend going on a diet where you cut everything out and you're miserable. Just try and adapt to a healthy lifestyle where you can still eat the things you love, just maybe not as much as them. Maybe like use the things that you love as a treat, and then I feel like you'll actually enjoy them a hell of a lot more. The reason I eat healthy is because it makes me feel good inside. Like, honestly, when I've eaten like crap like I have over Christmas, I was waking up every morning like, oh, I feel sluggish, I feel tired, my skin's horrible, like, ugh. Whereas when I eat healthy, I just feel good. I feel full of energy, I'm ready to get up early in the morning, my skin's good, I generally just feel so much better. So that is why I eat healthy. But it's time for me to stop rambling. Let me know what video you guys would like to see next. My next upload is on Tuesday. So my uploads are Tuesday, Sundays and Thursdays. That was in a weird order, Sundays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. So my next upload will be this Tuesday, and I have a big feeling that you are gonna enjoy Tuesday's video. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you're all well, and I'll see you on Tuesday.